So it's been a few months since Dodge announced their brand new muscle trucks coming back, the Ram Rumblebees. I figured it'd be interesting to hear from the perspective of an actual Ram SRT owner and a big enjoyer of them, what the Rumblebee does well, what it doesn't do well, and what would make me a potential buyer of it. So I'm going to start right off the bat. The Rumblebee looks sick. I actually love the way the wide body kit looks on it. I think they hit it out of the park with the way this thing looks. Some of the other styling points on it, like the front lip spoiler, the wheels, I think it's actually a pretty good rendition of what this truck would look like 20 years later. Now, something that might stir up a little bit of controversy is that all the Rumblebees are going to be quad cabs. The original SRT-10s you could get single cab or quad cab. I actually don't mind the way that the quad cab looks, and it might be helpful having some room in the back. You could probably throw a couple kiddos in the back or any, small adults. It doesn't look like you could put somebody who's 6 foot plus back there. Now, while Dodge absolutely nailed the style on it, that's kind of where my praise has to start to settle down a little bit. Let's just start off with the 5.7 Hemi. That has no business being in a 5,500 pound sports truck in this day and age. I don't even know why they include that, and the fact that it starts at $60K, while Dodge's own Durango 392 starts way less than that, and that's a 3-row SUV. Yeah, I know you're comparing a pickup truck to a 3-row SUV. It should have just started at the 392, and the 5.7, to me, that's kind of a joke to be in a truck like this. I actually had a 392 in my Challenger. It sounds amazing. It's pretty decent in a 4,000 pound Dodge Challenger. Honestly, in a 5,000 plus pound all-wheel drive pickup truck, it has to leave something to be desired. I mean, just to compare it to this truck, this thing's 20 years old, 500 horsepower, 520 torque. So a little bit more power and a pretty decent amount more torque. If you took away power and added like 500 pounds of weight to this thing, I would imagine it being like a dog. And then you compare it to something, this is 20 years old. So the mid-trim sport truck is probably going to get its doors blown off by this thing. I don't see it in that size of a truck. Now, I know they haven't made anything like the Viper V10 in over 10 years now, pretty much. And the Hellcat 6.2 liter is an amazing engine. It's proven itself incredibly reliable, takes a beating, incredibly tunable. They handle tons of boost. It can make absurd power. They're probably one of the best engines for, the application, I would say, realistically. The last thing I think the Rumblebee flops at is not having a manual. And yes, I know the automatic is faster. I know you would have to give up all-wheel drive because probably a TR6060 is the only thing that would be able to handle the power of these trucks, but who cares? These things are supposed to be fun, right? They're supposed to be cool. I don't really care if it's practical or not. They should have a TR6060 and a rear-wheel drive only truck, in my opinion. I think slamming gears in a full-size pickup truck, dumping the clutch, it's such a unique experience that this truck is probably one of the only things that you could really do that in. And I think that's a big miss, to be honest. It's like you're already saying, I don't really care about being the fastest because it's not going to be the fastest truck, even the Hellcat truck. I mean, the thing's going to weigh almost 6,000 pounds. So who cares? You might as well have fun while you're driving it. Number two, it's already ridiculous because you have an almost 800 horsepower truck. So who really cares about reason here? Number three, it would actually be feasible because I know they already have the transmission that can handle it. Just put the TR6060, the same one that they use in the Hellcats or the CT5 Blackwings, and it would be just fine in a full-size truck, I'm sure. That pretty much wraps up the opinion of a Ram SRT-10 owner on the new Rumblebees. Like I said, I think they hit it out of the park with styling. I like that it's a quad cab. I'm not offended by that. I think the Hellcat engine's a great choice. The 392 is an okay choice, and I don't even know why they bothered putting a 5.7 in that thing. Doesn't make any sense. I think they missed the mark on the not giving a manual. I know they had those TR6060s they could put in the thing, and I know it's silly. It's a silly truck anyway. You might as well fully commit to it. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Ram Rumblebees.